I like the Premier League anyway.
𝗚𝗿𝗶𝗹𝗶. 𝗚𝗿𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗶. 𝗚𝗿𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗶.
Blades travelling to Plymouth on Saturday. Checks notes, 12:30 p.m. Yeah, we've had the last one, haven't we? The 3 p.m. Saturday kickoffs for the season. Did you enjoy it? No, me neither. That last Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff was dreadful. They're overrated. They'll never catch on. The last match was a Tuesday night encounter at the Lane with Millwall, a disappointing 1-0 defeat. I found that one hard to take. It feels significant. I hope it's not. 5 really important games to go. How do you feel? I did a little video on this channel about the week from hell, as Nick called it, and I think that's probably a fair way to describe it. Where do you place that Millwall game in the sort of hierarchy of importance? Because there are games in the past, I'm thinking sort of Stevenage at home in the past, you know, like that have been, or MK Dons away, that have been really, really pivotal in defining a season as to whether you go up or whether you don't. Of course, it could all still change. Burnley, Leeds, they're going to play a part. I felt for a large part of the season, one of those was going to just stop being annoying and kind of go away. And that hasn't happened. It's been mainly Burnley who've been that side that have just kept grinding out defensively, very, very solid. They've managed at the other end to keep them out and then score. In the last 2 games for us, we haven't managed to do that, and it feels like teams have figured us out. You get a goal against Sheffield United, you shut up shop, and we, with one up front, wingers that aren't wingers, struggle to break you down. And if a team has figured out that recipe, it's the worst time in a season for Sheffield United to have to change tactics and change formation. It's just too far gone. They seem, certainly 𝗍𝗿𝗲𝗲, set on this formation, whether we like it or not. I know many do. Some don't. There's been lots of talk on social media about changing things. Ben Brereton Diaz, is he a right winger? Should he be playing somewhere else? Going 5 again with, well, technically 3 at the back in your 2 wing backs. There's been talk about 2 up top, the way we did it before under 𝗍𝗿𝗲𝗲 with that Duffy-esque role, you know, in a 10, maybe someone like Ryan Brewster, or my opinion, Harmer, playing there. What do you think? There's so many permutations. We're all just fans. We've all got our own opinion. Doesn't mean anyone's right or wronger than anyone else. Now, before we go any further, thanks to our video sponsors, Panenka Bar and Grill. Panenka is a stunning premium bar set over 2 floors with 2 bars, separate restaurant space with luxury unique VIP boxes available for private hire. Panenka truly is Sheffield's ultimate social experience. Panenka is also the Sheff United Way's designated pre- and post-match bar of choice. All the live matches are on. It is the perfect place to meet friends before making the short walk onto Bramall Lane for the big game. You'll find Panenka at the entrance to New Era Square. Now, before we come to a team prediction, I want to give a huge thanks to 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗶, a virtual band. Many of their members are Blades. Check out 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗶.com. The album Tall Tales of 10 Girls really is a great album. Very much enjoyed it. They are releasing new music, a new album called Pop Songs Your Mum Would Like. Great name. It's definitely one I'm not going to forget. And Every Day Now Is a Gift is a song that I've already heard from that album, and I really like it. Cooper, Sariki, 𝗚𝗿𝗶𝗵𝗹𝗶, Captain Robinson, Burrows, Peck, Souza, Harmer, Ben Brereton Diaz, Callum O'Hare, Tyrese Campbell. Is that what I would go with? No. Is it what I think 𝗍𝗿𝗲𝗏 will go with? Yes. I have to think that that is the formation and the team that Wilder will go with for this. Disagree? Like what you see? As always, let us know in the comments. I've already given you a little chat earlier about what we could maybe do, some different permutations. I do think Callum O'Hare definitely comes back into this. Feels like we've been lacking that kind of player to take the ball, run around with it, draw a foul, win a set piece. Callum O'Hare is that guy. Now, Plymouth lost 3-0 at Swansea midweek, and their survival prospects suffered a huge blow. Talk about pivotal games. If they'd won that match, I think that puts a lot of pressure on this game for them and for us. Has 𝗍𝗿𝗏𝗏 really been helped? Because that defeat, I think it just kind of ends it all for Plymouth. Not mathematically, but mentally. They lined up 3-4-3 under manager Miron Muslic, who I think if they'd had since the start of the season, they'd be absolutely fine. They're playing good football. I work with 3 different Plymouth fans. Don't know if I needed the word different there. And they all really like the players that he's brought in, the 2 at the back, which is 𝗬𝗫 and 𝗬𝗏. We've got 𝗏 in goal, who's, the replacement for Cooper. Very, very difficult to replace Cooper, but I was chatting to a lad only yesterday who said he's actually done really, really well, particularly good in the cup run. I can never pronounce this guy's name, but here we go, taking a run up. 𝗤𝗄𝗄𝗏, he plays. Sorinola, Randell, 𝗍𝗫𝗄𝐵, nailing these. Mumba, Hardy, Bundu, who I rate him as a player, and 𝗤𝗿𝗶𝗴, who you might remember him from his Southampton days. Now, I don't know how that result against Swansea is going to impact Plymouth and their approach to this game. It could be one of two different things. It could be if they'd beaten Swansea, they'd have to go for it, almost like all-out attack, survival, but pretty much built on winning all their next few games and hoping teams around them drop points. They could be a little bit more relaxed, and that actually might play into their hands, and it might actually be better for them because there might be a lot of deflation. They're like, oh, okay, well, it's over now. Pressure's kind of off. Then just play their football. That could actually work for Plymouth. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think the first 20 minutes of this game are going to be absolutely crucial. How it plays out in the first 20, probably, in my opinion, will give us an idea. If it is hell for leather, two sides going for it, which I don't think it will be because that just hasn't been the story of our season, I do think that actually works best for United because we've got the better players. We've got the players that can unlock a defence, hopefully, when we're on form. Look at that 𝗏 home game. Wasn't that long ago? But if it is a very, very cagey affair, two nervy sides, neither wanting to make an error, it's probably just going to be another 1-0, and that'll be a case of whoever scores first wins. And that is not good. That is not good because it can be anything. It's so tight now at the end of the season. It can be an own goal. It can be a mistake. It can be it comes off someone's backside from a set piece. It's just too nervy, and I don't want it like that. We will see how it plays out. I do think this will actually be an interesting game. So the referee for this one, who will be in charge of what I believe will be an interesting game, will be Oliver Langford from the West Midlands. He's actually taken charge of 26 games in all competitions so far this season, but he's only issued 83 yellows, which is actually on the low side. 2 reds, one was a second yellow, so he's not card happy. He has given 6 penalties, which is actually about standard. This season, he's been in charge of us a few times. He was in charge of our 2-0 win at home at Blackburn, our 2-0 defeat at home against Burnley, our 2-1 win against Portsmouth, and our 3-1 win, the game I just referenced, Coventry City. In his career, he's refereed Plymouth 19 times. They've won 8, drawn 6, and lost 5. Hard to read anything into those figures. Now, let's talk about player connections. As always, I've gone with 4 players that have played for both. Lilian Nallis, just 4 appearances for United in the 𝗤𝗏𝗵 season. I feel like I remember him playing more, slightly more for Argyle, who he joined from the Blades the following season. 102 league games, 6 goals for a defensive midfielder. Woof. Former Blades and Argyle midfielder Conor Hourahan. Can't remember what I said when he was with us. He was with Argyle from 2011 until 2014. 142 appearances in all competitions, 16 goals. He got 7 assists. For the Blades on loan in 2021, actually 30 appearances, which actually feels more than I remember. 1 great goal against Queen's Park Rangers, 4 assists. Lee Martin, with those blue boots, he was on loan from Manchester United at Plymouth and then Sheffield United, 12 league appearances and 2 goals for Argyle. Just the 9 appearances for the Blades. He was integral, which do you prefer, in that balloon win against Manchester City at the Lane, if my memory is serving. And I've got to go with him. I've got to. Michael Cooper, finally, saved the best till last. 170 appearances for Plymouth, their best ever goalkeeper. Larry Hughes in the conversation, but a true club legend. Could he become that with Sheffield United? Let me know in the comments. A lot of people have gone that way and said that. I think he's probably one of our players of the season. Now we come to our score prediction, and if you would like your score prediction shared here and to receive a whole host of other benefits, as well as support us, head to patreon.com/ChefUnitedWay. It really helps us to continue to do whatever it is we actually do. Adam says, Pilgrims 1, Blades 3, responding in style. We need a response. Steve is going 2-1 Blades. Nick, Chris and Cal, very confident, but only saying 1-0 United because that's just what we do. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching or listening. If you've decided to get this preview via our podcast service, just search Sheff United Way wherever you get your podcasts. Of the Blades.
𝗚𝗿𝗏𝗵𝗶𝗴. 𝗚𝗿𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗴.